Power 92, number one in the streets. Your boy DJ Nehpets in the building, man. Got the special guest, the homie from the A, B.o.B. What up, bro?
Bands.
What's up, man? Welcome to Chicago.
What's up?
You know what I'm saying? You've been back here, you know.
Yeah, you know, man. It's like home to me now, man. It's like, you know, it's like second. Well, I ain't gonna say that, but like second home.
Second home.
Second home.
Cool. All right, so you in town, man. You hanging out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's going on tonight, man. It's like everybody's like, oh, you know, Mondays, we typically don't do stuff.
Let me say, Mondays here is like mostly, it's supposed to be industry night. Like all other cities.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you got a few places that like be trying to invite all the promoters and the hairdressers and everybody.
This one had like financial seminars and
yeah, you know.
I get it.
Money situation. Right, you know what I'm saying?
Chi-town of Money City, you know, you got to take care of business. Atlanta, everybody just starting out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's like, yeah, it's wild. Yeah,
definitely get crazy. Now check it out. Your new single, man, Faux Lit. Talk to me about that.
Faux Litage, Litometry. Man, like this, you know, it's crazy because like the Faux Lit record, man, it was a record I had and I was like playing it whenever I be like, you know, partying or just like at the club. I like tell the DJ, yo, play this. Don't say it's me, just play it. Mm-hmm. And so like that's how I knew. I was like, dang, this might be something. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, sure enough, man, here we are, man, and it's the lead single for my next album coming April 28th. I haven't released the title yet, but you know, it's like, you know, might as well get ready for the summer, man. I hear it's a warm March up here too, so
it is.
That's a good sign.
Definitely.
I think I'll be back sooner than later.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so new album coming out, but right now we talking to B.o.B. right now, just in case you tuned in. Introduce yourself to, because you know you've been away for a while, and there's a lot of new people on the scene. So give us an introduction of who B.o.B. is. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, if you were born after 2005, man. I like, you know, the new scene, man. Like, it's always an opportunity to reintroduce myself. So I don't mind retelling the story again. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like every time at least for me, every time I put out music, it's kind of like a redefining moment. You know, from the mixtapes that I put out back in like 2007, 2008. Mm-hmm. You know, I was putting out mixtapes, LRG mixtape with Mick Boogie, B.o.B. versus Bobby Ray mixtape. Mm-hmm. You know, even I'll Be in the Sky. Like, you know, a lot of people know me from I'll Be in the Sky, Haters Everywhere, way back when. And so when I put out my first album, it was like another reintroduction because the rest of the world discovered me through Nothing on You and Airplanes. Mm-hmm. And so then when I put out my next album, it's like, where's the pop Bob at? You know? You know what I mean? So it's like, it's a constant. It always happens. And then like, you know, when I put out Headband with 2 Chainz and We Still with T.I. and Juicy J, it was a whole nother crowd, you know, because my shows was like, it went from like, you know, being like family, you know, families and grandmas and grandpas and dogs. And, and then it's like, you know, everybody grew up and they like, Headband, I already got one, wrote, you know what I mean? So, you know, now this is the faux lit era. This is the litage, you know. This is where we at now with it.
Dope. I started to ask you about the pop side of you. You know what I'm saying? Because the Airplanes was big. You did a lot of big songs, man. And a lot of people like always kind of like, as far as the hip hop urban community, they look down on people who go pop. You know, how did you deal with having that much success in the pop world and still have your connection to the urban industry?
You know, I used to think the same thing. I used to think that the urban community frowned on things that went pop, when really I don't feel that way. I feel like if anything, I think it's just the bandwagoners that don't like when hipsters. Something goes. Yeah, like the hipster crowd. I don't really know how hipster, what it means now. It meant something a little bit different when I like. But like, you know, like every time I'm in the streets, man, like people like, yo, Bob, man, like, man, I love Magic. Like I be in the hood and be like, yo, Magic is my. I'm like, what?
Wow.
And so it's like, You know, I think really, man, like just anybody coming from the bottom, they respect success or at least want to see me successful. You know, but as far as the pop side, man, pop music is not what it used to be. You know what I mean? Like I remember when I was like popping with Nothing on You, and I was like going all over the globe. It was like, you know, I was doing these rock festivals and these festivals that it wasn't too many minorities there. You know what I mean? And so like, you know, Kings of Leon was Your Sex is on Fire. You know, these festivals, everybody. And then like it slowly became less and less like Kings of Leons and rock bands. It was more like 2 Chainz and like, but the same festivals. You know what I'm saying? So like pop music is not necessarily, it became an even smaller type of crowd. You know what I'm saying? When I say crowd, I mean like the actual pop artists. And you know, you got to understand, like when you're talking about pop music as like the musical genre is one thing, but when you talk about pop culture, pop music, you talking about the Migos, you talking about Lil Yachty, you know what I mean? So it really changed. Whereas you still do have pop music like Ed Sheeran, Taylor Swift, like that's there, but you know, it's just kind of shifted focus a little bit because, you know, not everybody everybody want a sauce.
True. Shout out to the Migos right now. They got everything going for them. For that shout out, that one thing just the Golden Globes just took them over the top. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Even the Mannequin Challenge took the
Ray Sherman.
The Black Beatles song way over the top, man. It's just like you never know, man. It's like just even the Get Out movie, how it did so well.
Oh yeah.
Like it's just if it can become a meme and if it can become, I really think like I know memes are like, you know, memes are like stupid or whatever, you know, how people feel about it is like, you know, just like whatever, but it's an indicator, you know what I mean? Like when you have something that becomes something to people to the point to where it's like a dance. It's like, you know how everybody just knew how to like whip and nay all of a sudden. I mean, of course, it was an instructional song that was with it, but like, you know what I mean? Like hit them folks. Like you just like black people as a culture, we just pick up stuff so fast, and it's like it's like we can see something and understand it immediately. You know what I mean? If it's like we don't have to like, well, what is going on here? Because somebody explain. Like, you don't need we don't need all that. So it's like when you have something like that, man, it's beautiful. Like you could just put the picture up of the dude from Get Out with the tears, and you already know. You already know what's going on.
Most definitely, man. All right,
no tea.
This please don't bring no cups around me. Go to a sinking place. Okay, no. All right, now before you was doing this thing where you was talking about a lot of alternative news at one point. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I really respected your courage to talk about a lot of different things that mass media didn't really talk about. Give me where you get your information from, or what inspired you to be different in that level as far as like talking about some of the background stuff people don't really want to talk about for real.
I mean, you know, the thing about news is you can't just get it from like one source. You know, and I think I know at least me as a kid, like I grew up, it was like, all right, if it's on the news, then that's what it is. That's what it is. Like no one's gonna you can't just get a corporation to just say what you want to say, right? You can't do that.
Right.
And then you look at like who owns the news corporations, and
True.
Dang. And then you know, it's just like you know, there is something to it though, you know what I mean? Like I like to quote what Denzel said when he was like, you know, if you don't read the news, you're uninformed. And if you do read the news, you're misinformed.
Yeah.
And it's like, you got to just kind of really understand what's going on, because I know even the Flint water crisis back when it was happening, I mean, not back when it was happening, it's still happening, I heard Trump donated something or something like that, or whatever. But so it's still a thing though, you know what I mean? And so, but it's got media blackout on it. Like it's like it becomes a headline, and then once they stop talking about it, it just goes, you know what I mean? It goes away, but it's still happening. It's like they taking people's kids away because, you know, it's like if you have contaminated water and you don't pay the water bill because you're like, well, I'm not gonna pay for this water because it's dirty, I can't drink it. Mm-hmm. And then the state could deem you as a bad parent, unfit parent, because you don't have running water in your house, and they could take your kids away. And that's what they're doing, like breaking up the communities. And so it's like you wouldn't know that if you just watched CNN, you know what I mean, sure. or whatever. And it's like, you know, I get it. You know, people make a living, but it's like then you start to realize, like, dang, whenever there's a black shooting and it's a huge thing, the ad space on television skyrockets. Mm-hmm. So if there's a black shooting, a minority shooting, then it becomes a cultural thing, or it becomes a headline. These news syndicates get millions of dollars off of the ad space. Yeah. And so it's like, I just started thinking about things like, man, I just can't really trust it. You know, but then also on the flip side, some of the alternative sources, some of it be like controlled opposition. You know what I mean? Some of it be put out there purposely. So it's really a lot to sift through, man. You really got to fact check and if you're going to research, you're going to research. It's not like you could just go over here. It's like, no, you got to go everywhere. And so because I used to do that in high school anyway, so it's like I'm used to researching and like I'm a nerd when it comes to that type of stuff. So, you know. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. I've been talking all day, man. I don't know how much we ain't got that much time, man.
No, really. Well, it's important, I think, for our community to understand that news is used to make money, like how they portray Chicago.
It's entertainment.
It's entertainment, and any shooting in Chicago gets sensationalized. Even with the fact that we had a couple of weeks ago, we didn't have anybody who shot nobody. It was sensationalized. Oh my gosh, nobody got killed in Chicago. It was like
they did that in my high school. News. In my high school, a whole week went by with no fights, and they announced it.
It was like, hey, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Thank you, Trump. No.
God bless America.
God bless America. Man, why new album coming out? Give me a date on your new album, man.
April 28th. 8/28, man. April 28th. I mean, not 8/28. Okay. April 28th. Everybody was like, "What's going on?" That's a long way. Sure, you can come too early. Want to come back a couple months later? No, man. April 28th, man. The album's coming. Title to be debuted, to be released soon. But it's done, man. Like, I got all my ducks in a row. All my peas in the pie, man. Just It's one of them albums I'm excited to present to people. You know, I hate like, you know, every good movie needs a movie trailer, and it's like, you know, but this is one of them projects where I'm excited to give it to people. You know what I mean? Because like I think they're really fiending for it, especially the fans who've been following me. You know, really, to be honest, it don't matter at what point on the journey you join the B.o.B story, wherever it's at, you know, wherever you join, this album is like, you can really appreciate it because of the work I put into it. I challenge myself, you know, because I want to get better. You know, I want people to see growth. You know, I want to see growth for myself.
Definitely.
So, you know, it's a dope project.
You got any features on this album?
Oh, yeah. Got some real good features.
Some dope features. All right.
Yeah, man.
You want to reveal who they might be?
Man, see, I probably shouldn't even say it. I'm just gonna be like, no, I got no features. But yeah, it's some dope features, man. Features. Yeah.
What about production, man? Production, who you got doing the beats on?
Really, man, like on this album, it's like half me, and half 30 Rock, and Jock Beats produced some big record on here. Jock Beats is on No Genre. He's a No Genre artist. Okay. And man, he's a genius, man. He's like, it's crazy, man. He's like, I can't even explain it. You know, it's like if Chance the Rapper mixed with Stevie Wonder, mixed with, I don't know. It's just like it's different.
Okay.
But yeah, No Genre, man. Like that's the whole thing, though, man. With No Genre, and so this project, man, is like it exhibits all sides of Bobby Ray, man. B.o.B.
Okay. And you say you did production too, so you pushing the buttons. You actually doing this.
Yeah, man. Like I mean, a lot of people don't know I be producing too, man. Like I've been producing. Like I produce "I'll Be in the Sky," and like I mean, since I've been doing it, I just been producing. But it's mostly been for myself because I like you know.
You know what you want.
Yeah, I know what I want. Yeah,
right.
And
like I kept all.
And then the beats that everybody else want, I'm like, nah, I want this beat too. Man.
right. As far as I'm production rap myself. You know what kind of equipment you using as far as like programs, using the outboard gear?
Man, it's like you know. It really varies, man, because like it could be something that I just use one time, and it'll be like, you know. But I like to utilize everything. Like I like to think like if the Beatles, I think about if the Beatles had Logic, like what would they do?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's like I try to like use just whatever, like old school equipment, new school equipment.
Definitely.
You know, just make it dope, man. You know
That's
what I mean?
it.
Yeah.
I'm a big Pharrell fan too. You know,
Yeah, I got a chance to work with him.
Man, what I liked about what they said was, I don't care if you did it in the basement beating on the bucket. If it's cold, it's cold.
It's cold, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Cold, got to be.
It's got to be. It's got to be dope, man. Hey, give us some information about how we can follow you on the internet and everything.
Hey, man, follow me on social media, man. I need your help, man. Follow me on Instagram. I'm B.o.B. Twitter is B.o.B. ATL. If you want a Snapchat, follow me on the Snapchat. It's label no genre on the Snap. This is what it is, man. I'm going on tour this summer. Be on the lookout. The album coming April 28th. Title to be announced. Track listing to be announced.
Yep.
Did I get everything?
Yeah, you get everything. I think so. I think you did.
And don't drink and drive, just smoke and fly. I'm going.
Your boy DJ Nehpets with the homie B.o.B. Thank you for stopping through, brother. Yes, sir.
Bye,
Let's go.